Hello children. Today in this video we are going to study new chapter in science, that is about air around us. Okay, chapter 15, air around us. So this chapter we will study about importance of air. Okay children. So air is very important. It is present all around us. Yes. So this chapter we will study about what is the composition of air, how the oxygen and carbon dioxide is balanced in nature, and we will study about uses of air. So Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has air to sustain life. Okay. So air is very important for breathing. Yes. So Earth atmosphere, it extends up to 10,000 kilometers, and the air becomes thinner as we move above the Earth. So air, it is present all around us. It cannot be seen but can be felt. Yes. So we can feel air, we cannot see air. When we can feel air when the leaves of trees move, when our hair fly while riding a bicycle, when the clothes hanging on a clothesline way. Yes, so that time we can feel the presence of air. Yes, then moving air is called wind. Okay, so what is meant by wind? Moving air is called wind. Then some more example we can see which proves the presence of air around us. A balloon gets inflated when you blow air into it. So when we are blowing air into it, the balloon gets inflated. Then the pages of your book start fluttering when you switch on the fan. Then a kite flies in the sky because of air. These are some examples that prove the presence of air all around us. Okay children, now let's learn about the composition of air. So air is a mixture of many gases, water vapor and dust particles. Okay, so air is a mixture of many gases, water vapor and dust particles. It is made up of 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and the remaining 1% are other gases such as carbon dioxide, argon, water vapor and dust particles. Understand children? So air contains 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and remaining 1% it consists of other gases such as carbon dioxide, argon, water vapor and dust particles. Now let's see about one by one the gases which is present in air. So first one is nitrogen. A major part of air, that is about 78% of air consists of nitrogen. Okay, so major part of air is made up of nitrogen. It plays a very important role in maintaining the life on the earth. Nitrogen does not burn itself, but it will support the process of burning. Okay, so it will not burn itself or it will not support the process of burning, but it will control the process of burning. Okay, so nitrogen, it will not burn itself, it will not support the process of burning, but it will control the process of burning. Now, what are the importance of nitrogen to living organisms? First, plants need nitrogen to grow. Okay, so for growth of plants, nitrogen is very important things. Okay, plants cannot use nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. You know that there is about 71% of nitrogen, but plants cannot use this nitrogen directly from the atmosphere. So the nitrogen requirement of plants will be fulfilled by adding fertilizers to the soil. Okay, not only that, leguminous plants like peas, beans, they will convert the atmospheric nitrogen into useful nitrogenous compounds with the help of special bacteria present in their root nodules. Okay, so in the leguminous plants, there is a bacteria which present in the root nodules of these plants, which will fix atmospheric nitrogen into useful nitrogenous compounds, which will be used by this plant for their growth. Now, next gas which present in the oxygen is, next gas which is present in the air is oxygen. Okay, so oxygen is for breathing and burning. You know, nitrogen, it is not useful for burning, it will control the burning. But oxygen is the gas which is helpful for burning. It is the second major constituent of air. That is, about 21% of air contains oxygen. All living organisms need oxygen to breathe. Okay, so you know, for breathing we are intaking oxygen. Yes, so all living organisms need oxygen to breathe. It also supports combustion. Combustion means burning. Okay, so oxygen, without oxygen substance will not burn. So it also supports combustion. All humans and animals, they require oxygen to stay alive. If oxygen is not there, we cannot survive. Okay, so oxygen is very important for the animals and humans to stay alive. Oxygen is taken into the body. It acts on food to produce carbon dioxide and energy. Okay, so oxygen will be taken into our body, and this oxygen will act on food and produce carbon dioxide and energy. That process is called respiration. Okay, so oxygen is important for breathing of all living organisms. Now all aquatic animals like fish and crabs, they will use oxygen which is dissolved in water to breathe through gills. Okay, so fish and crabs which are present in water, they will use the dissolved oxygen which mixed in water to breathe through gills. Then termites, ants and earthworms that live in the soil, they will use air which is trapped between the soil particles. Okay, so the animals which is living on the earth, okay, that is example termites, ants and earthworms, they will use the air which is trapped between the soil particles. Then earthworms, it will comes out during rainy season, because the water during rainy season there will be water, isn't it children? So that water will fill the air spaces in the soil, and there will not be air for earthworms to breathe under the soil. So it will comes out during rainy season. You might have seen during a rainy season, earthworm will come out. Why means? Because the water will fill the air spaces in the soil particle, and there will not be air for earthworms to breathe. So they will come out of the soil during rainy season. Now oxygen is essential for burning and combustion. So there can be no fire without oxygen. So any substance cannot be burned in the absence of oxygen. So oxygen is very important for burning. Then atmosphere becomes thinner with the increase in altitude. When it become height, the atmosphere layer become thinner. When the atmosphere become thinner, the oxygen level decreases. So when in the height or in the atmosphere, above the atmosphere, the atmosphere becomes thinner and the oxygen level also decreases. Because of this reason, mountaineers who will climb mountains, they will carry oxygen cylinders with them while climbing mountains. So they will go up, no? So when they will go to the mountain ranges, the oxygen level will be decreased because of the thinner layer of atmosphere. So they will carry oxygen cylinders with them while climbing mountains. Understand, children? Now deep sea divers also carry oxygen cylinders with them, because humans cannot breathe in oxygen which is dissolved in water. Okay? Only aquatic animals, they can use the oxygen which is dissolved in water. So deep sea divers, they will carry oxygen cylinder when they will go deep under the sea. Okay. Now next gas which is present in air is carbon dioxide. So 0.03 percentage of air is made of carbon dioxide. It is present in very low amount, but it is required by plants for photosynthesis. You know, plants will breathe carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen, yes, but it is present in very less amount, but it is required by plants for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is one of the gases which keeps our atmosphere warm. Okay, so atmosphere will be warm due to the presence of carbon dioxide. It is produced during combustion. So during burning of substance, there will be a release of carbon dioxide. Both animals and human beings, they will release carbon dioxide during breathing. Yes, so we are breathing out, we are like exhaling out carbon dioxide. Yes, even animals also will exhale carbon dioxide during breathing. Understand, children? Now, carbon dioxide is toxic for human being in high concentration. So, if the carbon dioxide level is more, it is toxic for human being, which causes suffocation. It is for this reason we will feel suffocated when something is burning in a closed room. So, during burning of substance, there will be a release of carbon dioxide. Okay, so if the carbon dioxide level is high, it is toxic and will cause suffocation. That's why we will feel suffocation when something is burning in a closed room. Understand, children? Now we are going to see about water vapor. The amount of water vapor in the air varies from place to place and from time to time. It will differ from place to place and from time to time. So the amount of water vapor which is present in air is called humidity. Okay, so what is meant by humidity? Amount of water vapor present in air is called humidity. Chennai has more water vapor than Delhi because it is situated near the sea. Okay, so Chennai has more water vapor than Delhi because it is situated near the sea. Then humidity is more in the rainy season. So humidity means, you know, amount of water vapor present in air, it will be more during rainy season. Water vapor is important for the water cycle. So water vapor is important. So you know, from water resources, due to the heat of the sun, water gets evaporated in the form of water vapor. Then that water vapor get cool and it will form drops of water and will come in the form of rain. So it is very important for the water cycle. When water vapor comes in contact with cold surface, it will condenses and form small droplets of water. In this way, clouds will be formed in the atmosphere. When it becomes high, it leads to rain. Now about dust and smoke. The amount of dust particles also varies according to the place. Air also contains smoke that is given out by vehicles and factories. You know, nowadays we are using vehicles. Yes, due to the increased level of vehicles, air contains smoke. Not only that, from factories also they will emit what? Smoke. Okay, so air contains smoke which is given out by vehicles and factories. Dust particles can be seen in the rays of light which entering in the dark room. Okay, so when in the dark room, dust particles we can see in the rays of sunlight. Now, dust and smoke in the air can enter in our body and cause various breathing problems. So, if dust and smoke enter into our body, it will cause what? Breathing problem. We must always breathe in air through our nose. Okay, so we should breathe in air through our nose, not through the mouth, because our nose has fine hair and mucus which will trap these particles, dust particles, and prevent them from entering our body. Then balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in nature. So the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide remain unchanged. Animals breathe in oxygen from the air and breathe out carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide will be used by the plant for their photosynthesis, and in turn plant will release oxygen to the into the air which is taken by the animals. Okay. And not only that, burning of petrol, wood, coal uses oxygen from the air and releases carbon dioxide. So there is an interaction between living things and non-living things. Because of this reason, it helps to maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in nature. Okay, so plants will depend animals will depend plants. They are interdependent. Okay, so it is our responsibility to conserve plants and animals, and so that balance will not be disturbed. Okay, now uses of air. Air transmits sound, so it helps in communication. Sound cannot travel in the absence of air, so air helps to transmit the sound. Okay, so which helps for communication. Sound cannot travel in the absence of air. Air helps gliders, sailboats and aeroplanes to move. Okay, so air helps to the movement of gliders, sailboats and aeroplanes. Then compressed air is filled in tubes, tires and balloons. Okay, so compressed air will be filled in tubes, tires and balloons. Then moving air, that is wind, which helps to evaporate water from clothes. You know, we used to dry our clothes in air. Yes, why? Because moving air helps to dry our clothes. Air helps in seed dispersal and pollination. Okay, so what is meant by pollination? Transfer of anther from the pollen grain to stigma of other plant. Yes, that is pollination. So air, it will help in seed dispersal of seed and pollination. Then windmill, it will generate electricity. Okay, and tube wells, from tube wells also we can draw water due to air. Wind is used for the process of winnowing, so that we can separate what husk from grains. So air plays an important role in water cycle also. So these are some of the uses of air. Okay, so air is very important thing. It is used to maintain the balance of oxygen and it is very important. We should maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air. Air is useful to us in several ways. I hope that you all understand about the importance of air in our daily life. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.